Okay, previous class we started ratio of forfeited shares. Okay, previous class we started ratio of forfeited shares. So one example is pending, so that we have to complete now, right? First we will complete that, thereafter we will start another example. So today this topic is going to be complete. C Limited forfeited 500 shares, 10 each, 7 called up. So here this is important. How much called up? 7. So when shares forfeited, entry will be recorded. We have to record according to 7. 10 will not come. For non-payment of first call. Out of these, 200 shares were immediately reissued at the rate of 6 per share as 7 paid up. So very simple. First we have to write this entry. Share capital account debit. How many shares forfeited? 500 into 7. So 3500 here. To calls in arrears for non-payment of first call given. 500 into 2 not paid. So what is paid? Application allotment. So shares forfeited 1500 is paid. Okay, application allotment for future entry. Clear? Now next reissue entry required. What required? Reissue entry. Clear? Check this entry. Understood? Right. Now reissue entry. Bank account debit. So how many shares are issued? 200 into 6 issue price. Shares forfeited account debit. 1 rupee discount given. $200 to share capital 1400. This is the reissue entry. Discount 1 rupee given, 6 rupees reissue price, total 1400. Now how much is the gain we have to calculate? Before reissue 7 received, on reissue 6 received, total how much? 13 हो गया है. Here total is 13. Here, so on for ratio 7 received, on ratio 6, total 13. Here, so 13 minus face value will be gain. 13 minus face value will be gain. This is the entry C. First share capital account debit, so shares forfeited, first call, then bank account debit, forfeited shares account debit, share capital. Here, now before reissue how much received? 7 नहीं 5 रिसीव किए हैं, प्लस ऑन रेशियो how much? 6, टोटल 11 हो गया है. 11 minus what is the paid up value now? 7 rupees. 4 rupees per share is the gain. 4 into 200 shares gain. Entry will be shares forfeited to capital reserve. Shares forfeited 800 to capital reserve 800. Here, this is situation 3. Okay, note this. Shares forfeited to capital reserve 800. Complete this situation C. Thereafter I will explain D also. Okay, please note it fast. Question already noted, na? Solution only pending. Explanation already given. So only solution you have to copy. Clear? This working note is not important. Previously how much you receive भाई 5, now on ratio how much you receive 6, दोनों ऐड करना. And what is the paid up value now? 7. 11 minus 7 will get gain. Understand? Presently your share capital value is how much in ratio entry? In ratio entry your share capital value is 7. So that will be subtracted. That will become new face value. So subtract that. Okay. Here important thing is what? Face value change. Here previously it was 10 rupees. Now it became 7. Okay, because 7 fully paid given. So right now 7 face value. So according to 7 only we have to calculate gain or loss. Okay, note this. Okay, completed now. Before reissue I received. On reissue 6 received. Total कितना हो गया? 5 plus 6 11. Now new paid up value how much? 7. 7 minus 7 per share how much gain? 4. Into how many shares we are reissuing? 200. 800 is the key. Understand? 800 is the gain. This type of questions are very important. Face value will change. Initially 10, later on 7. Student will make the mistake here. चलिए कंप्लीटेड नोटेड सोल्यूशन नोट कर लिए सब लोग. यस, solution noted. Then I will explain last scenario, last case. Okay, now see last case. Delimited forfeited 500 shares of 10 each, issued at 10% premium, 9 called up. So in journal entry we have to write 9 only, 10 will not come. And on which shareholder did not pay 3 allotment including premium. So premium not collected, means allotment is not collected, first call also not collected, final call is not made. Final call is not made. Of these 300 shares were reissued as fully paid up 8. Now new face value of the share is 8 rupees, and 100 shares fully paid at the rate of 12, and 100 shares were reissued at the rate of 12. Okay, out of this 300 shares were reissued for 8 per share, and 100 shares were fully paid at the rate of 12 per share. So one share is issued at discount, one share is premium. Okay, 8 rupees is the reissue price, here 12 rupees. First we have to write share forfeiture entry. Share capital account debit. Here 500 shares forfeited, 9 rupees is the called up value. 500 into 9, 4500. Now security premium is also not collected. Premium account debit 500, 1 rupee. All scenarios. Just forfeited. Okay. Now call scenarios. Just forfeited. So what is not paid? Allotment 3, first call 2, not paid. Final call is not made. 3 plus 2, 5 rupees is not paid. This we have to credit. $1,500 and 5 rupees is paid. Because out of 5,000, 2,500 is call scenario. Remaining 2,500 is what? It's for clear. First end for forfeiture. Next bank account debit. Here 2 shares are separate reissued. 300 shares were reissued at the rate of 8. 100 shares issued at the rate of 12. Okay. I am writing the entry for 300 shares. 300 shares into 8. 1,400. Shares forfeited account debit. Amount given 100. Share capital. 100 shares are reissued at premium. Account debit. Shares into 12 bit to share capital 100 into 10. Remaining is transferred to. Now we have to calculate gain. Before ratio 8 rupees on this share, and we received before ratio we received 5 rupees on this share. On ratio 800 8 rupees received. 5 plus 8 how much? 13. 13 minus 10 3 gain. So on 300 share 3 gain. 300 into 3 900 is the gain. On 100 shares before ratio 5 received. On ratio 12 received, but in this 12 2 rupees premium. So premium is not considered. Premium is not considered. 10 only. So 10 5 15. 15 minus 10 rupee. So 5 rupees gain. I will calculate the gain separately. Don't worry. I will explain the gain. I am explaining the gain on 300 and on 100. Before ratio on both shares 5 rupees received. On ratio on this 300 shares 8 received. On this 100 shares will receive, but 2 premium is not considered. 10 total 13 rupees. 13 rupees here minus face value 10 rupees. Also here gain 3 rupees in 5 rupees gain per share. Okay, now total gain 300 shares in 100 shares 900 1400 is the total gain. Entry will be shares for account capital here last entry. Okay, 900 plus 500 total gain how much? Check 1400. So he passed separate entry, but I explained combinedly 1400. Okay, copy this key situation. Okay, from here also you can copy, no issue. Answer is there 900. C on 300 share gain how much? 900. 100 shares gain how much? 500. Total how much? 1400. 900 plus. Okay, copy this. चलिए सोल्यूशन कंप्लीटेड ना? यस, ऑल ऑफ यू, सोल्यूशन कंप्लीटेड और नॉट? Solution completed or not? Yes, if completed, I will start next question. Okay, now concentrate. So this is the last question. Thereafter, this topic will be completed. Okay, actually, this is the last question. After this issue, forfeiture and ratio of shares topic will be closed. Okay, concentrate. Give necessary journal entries for forfeiture and ratio of shares in following cases. A Limited forfeited 500 shares of 10 each, issued at 10% premium, to be paid at the time of allotment. So 10% premium to be payable on allotment, on which first call 3 per share was not received. Second and final call of 2 per share was not yet called. Means second final call is not called. Out of 10 rupees, first call 3 not received, final call of 2 not made. So from 10 rupees, final call is not made, 2 rupees final call. So share called up value is 8 rupees now. In forfeiture entry, we have to write 8. Always remember. Right? Yes, sir. Because out of 10, final call is not made. So we have to subtract this. So 8 rupees called up value. According to this only, we have to pass the journal entry. Okay? Right. Out of these, 100 shares were issued as 8 paid up for 8 per share. Okay? So here called up value 8 rupees, reissued for 8 rupees. Only 100 shares are reissued. Okay? Very simple. So first we have to write forfeiture entry. Premium collected. Yes, premium collected here. So premium is not debited here. Forfeiture entry will be share capital account debit to call scenario to shares forfeited. So share capital debit 500 shares into 8, 4000 call scenarios and shares forfeited. So shares call scenarios में 3 first call not received. Okay, so 500 into 3 not received. So 1500. What is received? 500 into 5 received. 2500. This is forfeiture entry. Okay, check. Share capital account debit 500 into 8. So shares forfeited 2500 to call scenario or final first call. Clear? Check. कॉल सिनेरियर लिखिए या फर्स्ट कॉल लिखिए, बात तो एक ही है. राइट सर. देन रीइश्यू एंट्री. सो 100 shares reissued for 8 rupees. So bank account debit, okay, to share capital directly. Bank account debit to share capital. Here discount is not given because called up value is change. 8 rupees share issued for 8 only. So no discount, no premium. So bank account debit to share capital 8 rupees. Now before reissue, how much received? 5. On reissue, how much you are receiving? 8. So total how much? 5 plus 8, 13 हो गया है. Now what is the fresh called up value? 8. 8 minus करना है इसमें. So 5 rupees is the gain per share. Into how many shares reissued? 100. So 100 shares से multiply कर दो. So 500 is the gain. How much gain? 500. So forfeited shares to capital reserve 500. Okay, this is case A. Understand? Okay, case B. B Limited forfeited 500 shares of 10, 6 called up. So here we have to pass forfeiture entry with 6 only. Issue date par on which shareholder paid application money of 3 per share. Means final allotment first call to करे नहीं, final call also not made. So allotment not paid. Of these 400 shares were reissued as 8 paid up for 7 per share. Means reissue price is 7, called up value changed to 8. It means 1 rupee discount given. How much discount given? 1 rupee. Okay, so see this entry. Case B. Here capital account debit. $500 shares forfeited. So 500 into 6 called up to call scenarios So only application paid out of 6, 3 paid, so 3 not paid. So 500 into 3 not paid. 2 shares forfeited. $500 into 3. Here. Now reissue. Bank account debit. How many shares they are issuing? 400. 400 into 7 rupees the issue price. Shares forfeited account debit. Discount given here. 1 rupee. 400 to share capital. 400 into 8. 3200. Now gain. Before reissue, we received 3. On reissue, we received 7. So total 10. Hold up value how much? 8. So 10 minus 8, 2 rupees gain. 2 into 400, 800 rupees gain. So shares forfeited account debit. 800 to capital reserve. 800. Clear? Right sir. देख लीजिए 800 का गेन है यहाँ पर 800. Okay, this is second situation. 800 gain. Here also you can see. Right? Yes sir. Now third case. C Limited forfeited 500 shares of 10 each issued at premium of 20% to Ritesh, who has applied for 600 shares. Means 500 shares are forfeited. Ritesh applied for 600 shares. So this 500 shares are issued at premium. Mr. Ritesh paid 2 per share application money but did not pay allotment money 5 including premium per share and first call 3 per share. Final call is not made. Out of these 200 shares were reissued to Mahesh, credited as fully paid 9 per share. Out of 200 shares were issued to Mahesh as fully paid up for 9 per share. So 10 rupee का share 9 में issue किया गया है. So 1 discount. Excess application money adjusted towards allotment. So excess money adjusted towards allotment. So first we have to check how much excess money received. Okay, concentrate properly. So first, Mr. Ritesh, he applied for how many shares? 600 shares. See. So on 600 share he paid 2 per share application. Okay. So application money paid 600 into 2, 1200. Okay. Now how many shares allotted to him? 500 only, because 500 shares forfeiting now, so 500 only allotted. So shares allotted 500 into 2,000. Excess application money how much? 200. Excess application money. Okay, excess application money, right? Yes sir. 200. Okay. Now on this 200 he paid this is excess application money now. 1200 he paid, 1000 adjusted, so 200 excess application money. So this will be adjusted towards what? Allotment. This is adjusted towards allotment, because in question they mentioned application money was adjusted towards allotment, right? Now how much amount Mr. Ritesh has to pay on allotment? Ritesh has to pay 500 shares into allotment. How much? 5 rupees including premium. So premium is not paid here, so we are considering as 3 only, because 20% premium now, so we are considering as 3. So 500 shares into 3 has to pay 1500 minus excess adjusted. So 200 adjusted. The balance how much due? 1300. So 1300 is not paid by Ritesh. How much not paid by Ritesh? 1300. Check this. If this is understand, we can proceed. Check this calculation is understand or not. Ritesh applied for 600 shares, 500 only allotted. So on 100 shares, 2 rupees application money extra received. This will be adjusted towards allotment. Allotment money is how much? 500 shares into 3 rupees, 1500. Out of 1500, generally 200 we have to adjust. Remaining 1300 is not paid by Mr. Ritesh. That's it. Okay, right, sir. Now final call is not made here, only first call made. Here final call no information given, because after first call only shares forfeited. So application money how much? Application money is 2 rupees, allotment money 3, first call 3. So this is 8 rupees. So 10 rupees share, 8 rupees called up value. Premium not received here. Premium not received. Okay, so called up value how much होगा इसका? 8 rupees. So for future entry, share capital account debit. $500 shares into 8, 4,000. 2 share allotment. This is not paid, 1300. To share first call. Premium is not received, so we have to debit premium also. Okay, premium collect nahi hua? Yes sir. So security premium account debit 500 shares into 2,000. So in share allotment we have to add this 1000 also. 1300 not paid plus 1000, premium also not paid. So total 2300 not paid. Okay, right sir. Share first call. So on 500, 3 rupees is not paid. So 1500. What is paid? Shares forfeited. Okay, so what is paid? That is credited. So 3800 rupees is paid. Sorry, not paid. Out of 5000, 3800 is not paid. So how much paid? How much paid? See, check once again. On allotment, Ritesh has to pay how much? 500 into 3, 1500. Excess money adjusted is 200. So 1300 not paid. Right, sir. Premium also not paid, na? Yes, sir. Premium also not paid. So security premium 500 shares into 2. This 1000 is also not paid. So out of 5000, share allotment 1300 not paid. Security premium 1000 also not paid. 2300. First call 500 shares into 3 rupees. This 3 also not paid. Okay. So it means 1500. तो 5000 में से 2300 1500 तो कितना हो गया ये 3800. So 1200 rupees he paid. कितना पे किया उन्होंने 1200 rupees. Clear? But here how much coming? देखो कितना पे किया यहाँ पे 1200. Application money paid वही आएगा इधर. Same 1200. 600 shares into 2 paid ना वही आना चाहिए आपको. If this is not coming means आपका calculation wrong. Your calculation wrong. 1200 coming देखिए 1200 exactly match हो गया है वो. This is paid amount. Right sir. So this is regarding for future entry. Now reissue entry. So how many shares are issued? 200 shares. 9 rupees reissue price. So bank account debit 200 into 9. Okay. So we are assuming as discount given 1 rupee. Shares forfeited account debit 200 into 1. 200. To share capital 2000. Now again we have to calculate. So on reissue 9 received. Before reissue how much received? 3 rupees received. But according to 3 rupees calculation we will not able to calculate gain here. This is different question because he paid extra money also, no? That is adjusted in allotment. Okay. So please be careful here. Now this share forfeited is for how many shares? This 1200 is for how many shares? This is for 500 shares. So this we have to convert for 200. For 500 shares, 1200 rupees. So for 1200 shares, how much? Sorry, 200 shares. So 200 into 1200 divided by 500. Okay. तो हो गया आपका 480. Clear? 480. 480 आ रहा है. For 200 share this is coming as how much? 480. Okay. For 200 shares this shares forfeited coming how much? 480. And here shares forfeited how much? 200. See, this question is slightly different. According to per share we can't calculate the gain here. Reason is some portion is adjusted in application, some portion is adjusted in allotment. Okay, and all shares are not reissued now. Only 200 shares reissued. Okay, according to per share also we can calculate by no problem, but quantity change now. That's why per share is not better way to calculate. Whenever excess application money paid and that money is adjusted in application and some portion is adjusted in allotment now. So according to per share if you calculate gain there is a possibility of mistake. So in this way you should calculate. First in forfeiture entry what is your shares forfeited you have to check. So here your shares forfeited is 1200. This 1200 is for how many shares? 500 shares, right? So every share how much? Clear? That we have to calculate. So 500 divided by 1200, sorry 1200 divided by 500. Okay, and we have to calculate for 200 shares how much is the share forfeited. 500 shares forfeiture amount is 1200 coming. So 200 shares forfeiture amount how much? 500 shares forfeiture amount is 1200. So 200 shares forfeiture amount how much? So 200 shares forfeiture amount is 480. How much? 480. This 480 and 200 difference we have to check. Is two differences. This is also for feature. This is also for feature. Now this is also for 200. This is also for 200. Or difference how much? 280. So 280 will be your gain. So shares forfeited account debit 280 to capital reserve. Okay, here I have taken assumption key. Face value of the share is 10 only, issued for 9. If you assume 9 rupees only reissue price, so 480 gain आता फिर. How much gain? 480. Issue price also 9, face value also 9. No discount given means 480 gain will come. If you assume reissue price 9 but face value 10, so 280 gain आएगा. Okay? Clear? So both assumptions are correct. दोनों ही assumption correct है. There is no mistake in this. ठीक है, 280 आ रहा है देखिए. According to 1 rupee discount. Right? चलिए देखिए 280. देख लो इधर 280 की. Okay? Right. चलिए, so note this question also and answer also. क्वेश्चन आंसर दोनों नोट कर लो पूरी तरह से. That's it. This is sufficient for you. ये अगर प्रैक्टिस कर लिया आप तो sufficient है. This many questions. चलिए copy this. Note this. Yes, this is understand all or not? Please confirm. आया सबको समझ में ये तीनों एग्जाम्पल ABC? Yes, all students. Okay, after noting the things you can clarify. No issue. चलिए लिखिए. Copy this. Question भी copy करना है आपको. Students have to copy the question also and answer also. Clear? Right. Start. चलिए solution completed all students. So this is end of your accounting for share capital, issue of shares, forfeiture of shares, and ratio of shares. So this much of questions if you practice, this many questions if you practice, more than enough. Okay, I will check if any required, means if any question is required, that we are going to solve in further sessions also. Okay, but your paper is 50 mark paper, so lengthy questions will not come. Small questions only, tricky questions only. Examiner will pick these questions what I have covered, best questions. You practice thoroughly, compulsory, and crack questions in exam level easily. No need to worry. Okay, so this is understand now. Any student having doubt, query? Yes, finally. Whatever we discussed so far, everything is clear. Yes, please communicate. All students. अरे एंडिंग में तो मैसेज करो जी, कम से कम अकेले बच्चों के जैसा बैठते आप लोग, मैसेज करना ना. ओनली 2-3 स्टूडेंट्स, 5 स्टूडेंट्स मैसेज करते हैं. जल्दी जल्दी करिए मैसेज. चलिए नेक्स्ट सेशन विल स्टार्ट द न्यू टॉपिक. मे बी नेक्स्ट सेशन में न्यू टॉपिक स्टार्ट करेंगे. और if any student having doubt, query in this area, practice first this topic. Students have to practice. If any doubts, queries are there, tomorrow I will take, or tomorrow if there is no class, directly on Tuesday if there is session, I will take the questions, or directly we'll start the new topic. Clear? So with this we are closing the session here only. Okay, good day, we'll meet in the next session. Okay, till that practice this properly, don't waste the time. Here from this topic also get 5 to 6 marks questions. These questions only, for future ratio questions only, mostly tested in exam with capital reserve calculation, gain calculation. Please practice. Okay, previous 3 classes whatever I covered, that is more and more important. Practice thoroughly and score 5 to 6 marks easily. Okay, have a nice day.